Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Friday. We made it, and it feels good, doesn't it? Well, it's going to feel better, especially if you're a cat person. Well, you probably already had today circled on your calendar because today is International Hug Your Cat Day. So if you're so inclined and you have a feline friend, give them a good old squeeze. By the way, did you guys see that guy that sailed to Hawaii with just his cat? He became an overnight celebrity. Well, I digress. Back to the here and now. Today is also Fakesgiving, a day to gather with friends and to enjoy a Thanksgiving-style feast without all the holiday stress, right? Fakesgiving. Although I think for us in our household, most of that stress is around the huge meal prep. Well, lastly, let's not forget National Hole in My Bucket Day, because who needs reminding that sometimes even the simplest of tasks can have their complications? Seems like the story of my life at times. Well, lucky for me and for you, our quote today speaks to just those moments. Idina Menzel said, quote, "You can't get it right all the time, but you can try your best," end quote. And that's a perfect reminder that striving for perfection all the time can be exhausting, because sometimes just doing your best is all that's necessary. Well, today's news, facts, and birthdays are for May 30th, and we're going to start back in 1911 when, on this date, the first Indianapolis 500 was run at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now, Ray Horan took the checkered flag in a race that would become an American tradition. Then moving up to 1971, when on this date, NASA's Mariner 9, it was launched towards Mars, and eventually it became the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. Then in 1996 on this date, the game-changing search engine Ask Jeeves was launched, because apparently even in the 90s we were outsourcing our questions to someone else. Now, if you remember using Jeeves like I do, we spent more time waiting for those results to load than we did learning anything. Well, finally, on this date, back in 1997, The Fifth Element was the #1 movie at the box office. And that gave Gen X a visually wild, oddly philosophical ride starring Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker. And if you remember, Chris Tucker was in leopard print. Very nice. Well, happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. You share a birthday with CeeLo Green, the American singer-songwriter. He's 50 today. Also, Idina Menzel. She's the Broadway star and voice of Elsa, everybody knows. She's 54 today. And Tom Morello, he's 60 today. He's the guitarist from Rage Against the Machine. And lastly, powerhouse country music icon, Wynonna Judd. She turns 60 today. Well, the #1 song on this date back in 1988 was Anything for You by Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Now, this ballad showcased Gloria's powerful vocals, and it marked a significant crossover success for her. The song remains one of her most memorable hits, and it resonated with fans worldwide. Transitioning from the rhythms of the 80s to the rhythms of personal growth, I don't know, that might be a reach, but we're diving into Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And today we're focusing on Part 2, Habit 2, a personal mission statement. Now, in this subchapter, Covey emphasizes the importance of creating a personal mission statement. We've talked about it quite a bit before, but that personal mission statement is a means to define your core values and your long-term goals. So Covey argues that without a clear understanding of our personal principles, we risk being swept away by external influences and reactive behaviors, okay? Stuff we've been talking about. Covey says, quote, "If you don't decide what your life is about, it defaults to what you spend your days doing," end quote. Now, I'm going to read that one more time because that hit me kind of hard. If you don't decide what your life is about, it defaults to what you spend your days doing, end quote. Now, I don't know about you, but there's oftentimes I'll get lost in a day just doing busy work, and I'm not being proactive, right? So this highlights the necessity of proactive living. Okay? Taking the time to reflect on what truly matters to us and aligning our daily actions accordingly. So, developing a personal mission statement involves introspection and honesty. It's about identifying what we want to be and what we want to do and the values we hold dear. and the principles we want to guide our lives. Covey suggests that this statement becomes a personal constitution, right? It's a standard by which we evaluate all decisions and actions in our lives. Covey also discusses again that concept of re-scripting that we talked about yesterday, which involves recognizing and changing ineffective scripts or habits that have been ingrained in us through our past experiences or through societal expectations. And by doing so, by re-scripting, we can shift from a reactive to a proactive mindset, leading to a greater personal fulfillment and effectiveness. All right, Covey provides practical steps for crafting a personal mission statement, such as identifying the roles and the goals and considering the legacy we want to leave. He encourages readers to revisit and refine these statements regularly, okay, ensuring that they remain relevant and aligned with their evolving values and your life circumstances. So here, I'm actually going to read from the book. Yes, I actually do read the book. Covey provides some really good examples in here of different ways to write out your mission statement. People might write it in different ways, bullet points, sentences. So here's just a few examples that Covey provides in the book. Succeed at home first. Never compromise with honesty. Hear both sides before judging. Obtain counsel of others. Be sincere yet decisive. Develop one new proficiency a year. Plan tomorrow's work today. Maintain a positive attitude. Keep a sense of humor. Do not fear mistakes. Listen twice as much as you speak. These are all good ones. These are more bullet point. Here's another person's examples where they kind of write out what their mission's going to be. I will seek to balance career and family as best I can since both are important to me. My home will be a place where I and my family, friends, and guests can find joy, comfort, peace, and happiness. And next they write, I value the rights, freedoms, and responsibilities of our democratic society. I will be a concerned and informed citizen involved in the political process to ensure my voice is heard and my vote is counted. I will be a self-starting individual. I will be free from addictive and destructive habits. My money will be my servant, not my master. So these are just a few examples that you can use as you're crafting your own mission statement, but here's the takeaway, okay? Crafting a personal mission statement is a powerful exercise in self-awareness and intentional living, okay? It serves as a compass, guiding us through life's challenges and decisions and ensuring that we remain true to our deepest values and our aspirations. All right, well, as we wrap up this Friday's edition of Morning Serial, remember to take a moment to reflect on your own mission. And whether that's as simple as hugging your cat or sharing a meal with friends this weekend, or maybe even patching up that metaphorical bucket in your life, okay? Make today meaningful. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to tune in next week, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Serial podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.